guys, a little bit of an update here. We are in 1941, yeah, July of 1941, turn 11, and we are looking down the barrel of Japanese occupying Australia, Sydney, Japanese occupying Calcutta, Malaya, Hong Kong. Americans, I think, are going to be in the war this turn. And the rest of every area here, like I say, the Japanese looks like they're just building up. They're defending some of their territories, but all in all, they're doing okay. A little bit short on money. The Italians are still neutral. Actually, where are they?
Italians are not neutral, sir.
No, they looks like they are in the war.
Italians finally won a naval battle. The first time ever, Italy did good.
So obviously, yes, the Italians obviously must have had a battle here in C-Zone M8. As their ships are damaged, but they're also on the move to attack Cairo. The Germans are in depths into attacking Moscow right now. So obviously the Russians are going to have to try to repel that. They got definitely a few army groups here, but over here you can see this army group heading north towards Leningrad or Smolensk, trying to get a victory point, or 2 victory points for Lebensraum. And then of course we have Paris being occupied. The British are still holding fast in England, and of course the Nationalists winning their victory points here. So yes, it'll be an interesting tide of events to see what goes on here, especially in the Pacific, because the Americans are definitely going to have to pick up the pace to do their attacks. So let's go over to Table Nagumo and see some of the highlights here. Japan's turn is coming up, but we are only in January of 1940, turn 8, I believe. So we're definitely a few turns behind Table Fletcher. But the Japanese have basically taken most of China. There's still a few holdouts in Yunnan and Siqing right now, and probably going to stay that way. But we're going to be talking about whether we press on and get the Americans in the war, and or closer to war, and whether we strike Calcutta, Malaya, go into Australia, who knows, right? The Italians, however, did get victorious, and the Germans had the Deutsche Afrika Korps, and they took Cairo. And the Deutsche Afrika Korps is also in Cairo right now, and marching eastward. So we'll see where they end up there. The Germans lost their navy, unfortunately, over here by a British attack. So that was unfortunate because they were going to move north into Norway, the Germans, to occupy that. There's still a stalemate here in Spain, so no one's really won the war yet right now. And yeah, the Italians are basically gobbling up a large chunk of Africa. They just moved into Belgian Congo, so they're giving the Free French a run for their money over here. And obviously are going to be trying to start securing some victory points. The Germans bombed the Gibraltar dockyard, and they're going to try to prevent the British Navy, sorry, and the American Navy from coming into the Med. And of course, Bulgaria was annexed, Yugoslavia was taken, and we'll have to see what the Russians decide to do. They did take Finland this last turn, and now it's just a matter of time before these two great giants clash, but we'll see how that goes in the future.